So it's about the time of the year where we get to apply for all these things. The DV lottery is here. Last time I checked, it was, I think, the 4th of October or 5th. One of the two, but I was reading something and it was talking about the 5th of October. So if today is the 7th, yeah, I'm shooting this video on the 7th. So that means the application has started. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you how I won the DV lottery and moved to the United States by myself. Yeah, I left my family and my life and everything and moved to this foreign country. Yeah. My brother says, oh my God, Rachel, you're living the dream. And yes, I kind of found that I am living the dream. But again, it has not been a bed of roses. I mean, I've had to go through stuff. But again, I am here. I'm still here. Yeah, so for those who are seeing my face for the first time, my name is Rachel Agasha. I am an immigrant from Uganda. I moved to the States last year in August 2022. Yeah. I think I got here on the 6th of August to be specific. Yeah. So I've been here for a year and a month or two. October makes it 2 months. Yeah. I'm glad I get to share this with you. I get to share my story with you, and I hope it helps you, or I hope it inspires you, or affirms and confirms some of your presumptions. Because yeah, I've got so many questions, people asking me, Rachel, but is this stuff true? Is this stuff real? Is this stuff really true? Or are these guys just trying to steal from us? First of all, if anyone is asking for money to do this for you, or they're telling you, oh, so and so did this and that, oh, you're supposed to be paying this and that, they are lying. They are scammers. So my story is, for the longest time ever, I never thought at any point in my life that I would be living out of Uganda. No time. Of course, I had traveled. I've been out of the country for like a week and all. And every time we'd have to travel, I'd be very excited. But again, I'd get homesick like within 3 days of being in this foreign country. I just want to go back home. I'm like, you know what? Anyway, back to the main point. So, you apply to win the DV lottery. Those who do not know what the DV lottery is, it is should I say a diversity visa, something like that. So the US every year puts out opportunities to people in different countries, actually in the whole world. There's some countries that are actually not allowed to apply for this lottery, and I read about it, and they mentioned that it is because for as long as there have been very many people from this particular country coming into the US in the last 5 years. So basically, if your country people are so many in this country, they kind of cut you off, which is sad, honestly, because I mean, who doesn't want to move to this country? Yeah, I know that Nigeria is one of those countries, and I think it's because there's so many Nigerians in the US. I don't know, but that is not what we're doing today. In today's video, I am sharing my story. So just like any normal child, I went to school, did my life and everything, until this one day when my life turned around. Yeah, so I did not apply for myself at any point in time, because honestly, I never thought of leaving the country, like I said earlier. So it's my mother who did all the hard work. So she'll be like, Rachel, send the kafanani, send the picture. The photo that you use to apply for the DV is different from the normal passport size photos. So what I would do is I would have this photo or picture kept in my phone somewhere. So every time mommy would ask for it, I'll just send. Normally they said do not use the same picture, but tell me why. I think I took that picture like once or twice, you know. So the last time I did, my mom calls, she's like, hey Rachel, the applications have said, send me your picture. I sent my picture. She applied. She told my uncle herself should apply for the entire family, basically. Yeah. So this particular time she delayed according to her, she says she took her picture but delayed to get it from the studio. So by the time she decided to apply for herself, it was already late, because these things have deadlines and timelines and everything. So she had only applied for me. Mind you, this was not the first time, because I remember there was a time in, I don't know, 2016. This should have been like the third or the fourth time, because the time when Trump was president, we didn't apply. Yeah, you know, all that stuff. But so she applies and she's like, you know what, it's fine, whatever. We're like, okay, cool. Should just apply and should not even tell me. I would honestly not know. Like I said, I'll just send the picture and just let my mother do all the handwork. So on my birthday, 8th June 2021, I had a good day and everything. So at around 9 p.m, I remember I was coming out of the bathroom and my mom tells me, Rachel, she calls me, she's like, come. I go to her room and she's sitting on the bed and she's like, you know what, I think you've been selected. I'm like, what do you mean? You know, so there was a point in our lives, I think 2017, I think it was 2017 or 2016, there's this prophet who came into the country. And this guy prophesied. He's like, you don't belong here. Apparently you'll be going to the US and I see these numbers and everything. And like, okay, of course we had been applying, but you know, we just and you know, that was 2017 and 2017, 18, 19, 20, 21, 4 years later, I am selected. So of course we talked about it with the family, and they're like, those ones are scammers, you know the false prophecy thing and everything. So I'm like, you know what, if I'm meant to go, I'll go, and if I'm not, then it's okay. Like I said, I honestly never thought of myself leaving the country at any point in time. So I'm sitting in my mother's room and she's telling me, I think you've been selected. So she has this friend who already was living in the States. She calls her and asks, you know what, I think Rachel was selected. She's like, are you sure? Send me the screenshot of what you're seeing. Did they send you an email or was it like via the website? She's like, no, I checked via the website. So when you apply, they give you a confirmation number. So when you're checking your status, you're checking the status, you just put the confirmation number and then they tell you if you've been selected or not. And there I was, dear Rachel, blah blah blah, you have been selected, and I didn't know what to say. At this point in time, I was in my third year of law school and I am thinking, okay, so I'm going to leave this degree in the middle. I was thinking about all the times that I've hustled. Honestly, I had very many mixed feelings. Like I was not sure of what to think at the moment. So I was just silent. And I sat there with my mother. She says I was there looking at her and thinking, oh, wow, what? I don't know. But we sat, we read and read, because it's a lot of stuff. These guys are big on writing, you know. There's a lot of stuff, the things that you're supposed to do, what you're supposed to get. And then I was there writing, oh my God, this, oh my God, that. And that is how my life changed. So they send me, I got a notification that I was selected in 2021, June 2021, on my birthday. That was like the best gift I could ever get. But normally, they actually release the results in May. So either we were a month late, like we checked a month late, or they released the results late that year. So I'm just telling God, you know what? I don't want to leave before I finish this degree, because what? So of course they tell us to submit, you're supposed to submit particular documents, about you and everything, fill particular things. So we are running up and down, getting all these things that we need. And then these guys go silent on me, like nothing. And I'm like, okay. But then we're like, it's fine, it's okay. For me, I'm like, you know what, it's okay. For as long as they give me time to finish school, I'm good. Like, I'm down for it, or I just want to finish school fast. I did not go through this whole hassle to just leave these things and go. And you see, once they have selected you, you're supposed to travel within a span of 6 months, work on your green card, and then actually before your visa expires, because you have 6 months until your visa expires. So meaning you have to be in the US by that time. Like, okay. So 20 June 2021, I submit the things that they needed around, I think around November, and they go, I think October, and then they're quiet. These guys reach out to you, they don't send you emails. Oftentimes when you're checking status, you do it via the website, like via Google and everything. But when okay, now during this other correspondences and everything, they send you an email but with a link. They don't send the information via email, because I mean, all these scammers are out there trying to make a life and everything. So these guys are quiet. I'm like, okay. Then I remember on the 23rd of December, they sent me another email saying something about, honestly, I don't remember what it was, but they said something. I'm like, oh, okay, they still remember me. I still remember me. So I'm like, you know what? Fingers crossed. It's okay. Now it's December. I'm going to my 4th year. I'm thinking, oh my God. Okay. So I do 4th year first semester. I do 4th year second semester, and they have not gotten back to me as yet. I am thinking, lol, these people, wow. So it's normally the US, I don't know, everything was okay. They would communicate from Kentucky, you know. So there was a time when there was I think a hurricane in Kentucky or something, and my uncle is telling me, you're Kentucky, do we still have he said, I still hope and everything. I'm like, you know what, whatever. So I finished law school. I'm like, you know what, okay. So in July, in July, I'm up and down, going on with my life, getting ready for grad and everything. And then they get back to me. They're like, you know what? Your visa interview has been scheduled for the 15th of July, blah, 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 blah. But I had to do everything in Nairobi. I'm like, okay. This people did not forget about me. So I put myself together. I traveled to Nairobi, do everything. There's a medical exam. Now, if you fail the medical exam, you do not proceed. You do not proceed to the interview. Like, that's it, you know. I'll be making other videos to talk about how that experience was and everything, but it's intense. It is intense. So I do the exam was on the 12th of July, and the interview was on the 15th of July 2022. So I do that. They'll tell you if the exam is good, the embassy will reach out and let you know to get ready for the interview. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I do the medical exam. I was actually among the very last people to finish it, because it will take you a whole day. And mind you, we're there very early in the morning, but because these guys work, it's IMO in Nairobi, Kenya. I don't know why they don't do things in Uganda, but we had to travel to Nairobi. And these guys work on literally everyone who's going out of the country, Canada, Australia, blah, blah, blah. So the line is long. So it was a very rainy morning, and we're out there in the rain. And you literally line up, like you enter that hospital one by one. And there's so much space inside the hospital. We're thinking, why don't you just let us in and then do all this? But you're out there in the rain, and it is raining on you. And these guys don't care. They do not care. So long story short, I go in, do my exam. I was one of the last people to finish, so they did not confirm if everything was okay. They're like, you know what, don't worry, if anything is wrong and we need you to come back, we shall let you know. I'm like, oh my God. So on that day before the 15th, the 14th, the hospital calls me. They're like, oh, hi, you need to pass by and get your x-ray report, blah, blah, blah. Everything was okay, so you should be able to go do your interview. I'm like, okay, you should have led with that. So my interview was at 7:15 a.m. And mind you, this is the embassy. They said 7:15 a.m. Be there by that time. But nah. So we got there and it was a Friday. This guy's scheduled like 10 interviews. So you will not be at the embassy with 100 people. No. You'll be like, if you're so many, like 20. So we get there and we have to wait outside because these guys have not opened yet. We patiently wait to get in. I was still among the last people to do the interview. So I'm here thinking, oh my God, what are these guys going to be asking? So like I said, as the process goes on, you do a lot of paperwork. Yeah. So it is important that you know what you're saying and remember it, because I realized the one thing that these guys are looking for is be honest. Don't lie to them. Just don't lie. You know, whatever it is that you have written in those documents, be consistent. That's it. So I got to do my interview. They call me, hi Rachel, hi. So you know how those teller things are like in the bank? So I'm standing behind the glass and this guy, he's American, definitely. So he's like, hi Rachel. I'm like, hi, how are you? Good. Put up your right hand. Put up my right hand. Do you solemnly swear that everything that you wrote and said in these forms is true to the best of your knowledge? I'm like, yes. Have you ever committed a crime? No. Have you done this? No. Guys, my interview was less than 5 minutes. My visa interview was less than 5 minutes. And guys like, you know what? Congratulations, your visa has been approved. I'm like, wait, what? He's like, yeah. And then he asks for my passport. He's like, you know what? We shall be sending this to the DHL office that you asked us to send it to, because they ask you somewhere as you're filling the documentation where they should send your passport after they input the visa. I'm like, no. That was it. And yeah. I should say that is when everything just fell in place. I'm like, you know what? It's over. Like, it's done. It's done. And there's a way God came through. You know how you go through all that stuff and money, and there's like constraints and everything, but there was an overflow. There was a supply that we never ran dry, because trust me, it is a whole expensive process. It is very, very, very expensive, because the medicals alone, then you have to pay the visa fee, then you have to pay. It's basically a lot. Like, it's a lot of money, but it's worth it, because this is money that you're going to come to the States and make in like a month or 2 or 3 or maybe 5 months, or you know what I mean. Yeah. So yeah, so on the I think 6th of August, okay, in August, sometime in August, I leave, I travel. My journey was long. You know, traveling to this country makes you feel like you're very far. Like, our country is so far. Like, Uganda is so far. You're like, wait, what? It is a very, very long journey, but it was all worth it. And I got here, like, I think the journey was like 18 or even 20 hours. Honestly, I don't remember. But I know I had these stopovers. Yeah. But anyway, all in all, I just would like to encourage you, if you're watching this video and you're not in the United States of America, the links are going to be out soon. Please apply. I will not say that you will be selected. It's not a guarantee, yeah, but we all have our different lugs. Apply. You have nothing to lose. You have nothing to lose. If you're not selected, try again next year. You're not selected, try again next year. Yeah, for as long as you did your high school, you finished your high school, you definitely qualify. That's it. Yeah, so do it. Apply. No one should steal from you. No one should tell you, pay me what. No, you can do this stuff yourself. It's as easy as ABC. Have a passport, do your stuff. Yeah, so I'll be making more videos about this because it's about that time, and I'd really wish you the very best of everything. So yeah, I'll see you in our next video. Stay safe and take care of yourselves. Bye bye.